Hello and welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today, we're going to be looking at some news stories having to do with the ETF delay announcement and also kind of what that means for crypto, the fact that the price keeps dipping. So don't forget, become a member of the Bit Squad. All you got to do is click the subscribe button. If you didn't know, we're giving away $500 worth of Bitcoin. Just go below to the video description and get all the details. But basically, you got to be a subscriber and like and comment on some videos. Okay, guys, so I've got the markets pulled up. As you can see, we're continuing to go down, 222 billion. As I said yesterday, I thought that we would get a bounce and go back up because it's just basically a delay of the inevitable. But we didn't get it. And so now we've gone a little bit further. We may have bottomed out as all the charts on the right here kind of have a little dip to them. But honestly, I don't think so. I think we may be going down further again. And why do I say that? We're going to talk about that in just a second. So before I do, let's just look at Bitcoin dominance continuing to rise, 48.9%. It's sitting at 63.24 right now. Biggest winners of the day, basically Z Classic, Populous, Smart Cash, only one's up. Everything else on fire. We've got double-digit losers for so many different things. Basically, nobody did well today. But it was to be expected after the dip of Bitcoin. We're still coupled to Bitcoin. I watched a very interesting video by Elio Trades at FUD TV today. He was talking about, maybe he put the video out yesterday, I can't remember, but I watched it this morning, and he was talking about how basically it's almost a myth that altcoins go up faster than Bitcoin. And at this point, it does seem like a myth. I remember a time when it seemed to be true, last year, obviously, but what we're seeing right now is that we've been seeing it for months. When Bitcoin goes up, the alts do not go up as high as Bitcoin does. When Bitcoin goes down, the alts drop much further than Bitcoin does. And it's very frustrating if you're a fan of altcoins like I am. I'm not this guy that thinks that altcoins are useless and don't have utility. I think a lot of them do. They're just works in progress. But when Apple, let's talk about Apple and Microsoft. When they first came out and were trying to develop these PCs, nobody really even knew what they were doing. We didn't have this social media generation. Thanks to them, we do in a lot of ways. If it wasn't for them, their innovations on computers, I'm sure we would have gotten there eventually, but you guys understand what I mean. There wasn't like this social media race to find out which one was going to succeed first and be better. It was something people didn't talk about unless you were in the computer world. But due to cryptocurrency being everywhere, thanks to social media and influencers and the whole nine yards, it's basically like we're watching all of these products, like we're on pins and needles waiting to see what they're going to produce, but yet they're just not there in their roadmaps yet. Some have come out with some utilities such as the Brave browser and basic attention token, which is really cool. We'll look at here in a minute. But, you know, I think we've just got all of our eyes on these cryptocurrencies so hard, and we're watching them so closely. And I think we just need to back off a little bit and let them do their thing. And at this point, I do think Bitcoin, if you're looking to invest in something, you can't go wrong with Bitcoin right now because of that action that we've seen with the altcoins lately. I'm not sure what will trigger an altcoin season, but it feels like it's a lot further away than it did a couple weeks ago. But who knows? Maybe we'll change, pretty soon. So I saw this article on the Daily Hodl talking about Brian Kelly from CNBC. He says, if you're selling after Bitcoin ETF delay, you're doing crypto wrong. And I totally agree with that sentiment. It's crazy, right? You get this announcement that the time in which it's going to be announced or determined has been extended, but nothing about disapproval or this not going through came out. So why would everybody just rush to get rid of crypto? And, you know, it just didn't seem to make sense. And then I saw this tweet from Omar from Crypto's News, and the response from the crypto dog, I believe, is it speaks volumes to me. This lines up much more, in my opinion, with what we're seeing than anything that I've read so far. So Omar said, if a mere ETF decision delay can affect the market so strongly, then it wasn't stable to begin with. That seems to make sense. But then the crypto dog says, ETF decision delay was a coincidence, and those orchestrating price action used it as a convenient narrative to resume dumping. So the moral of this story is that the big institutional investors, the whales in the crypto space, they want to buy cryptocurrency at cheaper rates. They want to get Bitcoin below 5,000. That's why everybody, or I say everybody, your bearish people keep saying, we're going to go down to 3K because that's where the institutional people want to buy it at, or at least sub 5K. And so we've talked a lot about manipulation and how the whales manipulate the market. And in a market of about $222 billion, and of course not all of that is real money, some of it's leverage money and things like that, it doesn't take that much to manipulate the markets, guys. It's time to wake up to this. A billionaire can manipulate the market pretty easily, even by himself. So because of that, it makes sense that if you are wanting to manipulate the market, and if we think back over the last couple of weeks when we've been seeing these huge candles either up or down, how would you do it? Well, you would wait until something negative came out that seemed like it would be a good time to dump, and then you push the price down. And I love this tweet, I think, and as you guys can see, I just responded and just said this. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, make sure you're doing it, bitboy_hodl. Wait till after this video, though, to go do it. Don't leave. We want you to stay. But I think that this is so accurate. I love this thinking. Big shout out to the Crypto Dog. We've actually highlighted him on our channel before as he, called out Brad Sherman from the Congress hearing. So big shout out to him. He really seems to be on the ball with stuff. He's definitely a guy that I respect. He's a dog that I respect, I guess would be a better way to say it. So definitely very interesting. So then we're moving on to talking about the Opera browser. So if you don't know the Opera browser, it was a browser that it never really had a heyday as something that was popular, but really what it's been has been kind of an offshoot browser that people that don't like using mainstream browsers like to use. And I actually used Opera in the past. Like I said, we've talked about it on the channel before. I used it several years ago because it worked better for something I was trying to do. And what they're doing now is they are going to be adding a crypto wallet into their browser. So this might be a browser you want to go support once this is actually added on. So 2% of 40 million people are currently using the browser. So 40 million people will have an extra opportunity to learn about crypto and get into it through this crypto wallet. So just very interesting news. So Brave Browser, as I mentioned, we were going to talk about them. They are now going to let you cash in on tweets and Reddit posts. So these would be through the form of tips. You may have heard of tipping bots on Twitter, basically where someone can, I've been tipped in Ripple before or XRP for different things that I've said on Twitter and things like that. So I think it's really cool that now Brave Browser is going to be working with Twitter and Reddit to be able to disperse their basic attention tokens. And like I said, people would be able to do this through tipping. So I do believe, I've talked about so many times on the online advertising space, we're about to see a huge shift. So shout out to the Brave Browser and basic attention token. I just cashed some out today that I got from people supporting our channel through the Brave Browser. If you want to download it, you can do it down low. Or down below in the video description. And that's a way you can support our channel just by downloading the browser. There's also a way you can go in there and when you download the browser, you get allocated certain basic attention tokens that you can give to people or websites that you like or you follow. So you can also allocate your basic attention tokens to this channel as well if you want to support. I'm not shilling it to you. I'm just giving you the facts. But that's pretty much it today, guys. Today is my last day here out of town. Really looking forward to getting back home tomorrow. I've got a review video I'm doing tomorrow night. Probably won't be out till Friday, but huge announcement. I cannot believe I keep forgetting to say this. Friday night, we are doing a live stream. I believe it's 6 p.m., maybe 5 p.m. I'll put the exact details out tomorrow. We're doing a live stream with Crypto Love, Crypto Beatles, Crypto Disruption, I Love Crypto. I think Miggity Miner, somebody else is going to be there. It's going to be a YouTube live stream extravaganza. We'll probably be having like 6 conversations on at one time, but it is going to be really cool. So you guys make sure you look out for that. So big shout out to the Bit Squad. You guys know I love you. We have the best community in YouTube, bar none. We're a little smaller than some of the other ones, but we are growing every single day, and we're going to take this crypto game over, no question about it. So big shout out to you guys. Don't forget, smash the like button. Until next time, BitBoy out.